Hello and welcome to the Inner Game of Entrepreneurship podcast. I'm your host, Sarah, and I am here today with your Virgo season reading for the collective. I also just need to let you guys know I'm a little bit sick. I never get sick. I don't like it. I'm a big baby about it, but I was on an airplane and I thought I should put a mask on and I didn't, and it was a mistake. But I'm already a day late, and if there's one sign you can't be late for, it's Virgos. So I've got to come in and do the reading. You know what I'm saying? Today, I also do not have notes because I just felt like the message here was really clear to me. So we're just going to hop right into these cards. If you're new to these readings, I do readings at the top of each astrological season for creative entrepreneurs with the messages, the insights that we need to know for the astrological season ahead. I always ask the same 6 questions in the same order. And we start with what's going on right now. And the card that we got is Defend to the End, the Worthwhile. This card is about the fact that you know what's really important to you. You know what really matters to you in your life, in your business, in the world. You're very clear on what's really important. Also, you are someone who feels what's going on in the world really deeply. And so what may be going on for you right now is that the current limiting belief / objection going on in your head about your expansion and your growth, because that's really what this whole reading comes down to, is that you are like primed for growth and expansion in a really big way. But you're having a little back and forth hesitation, cha-cha. The current story you're telling yourself is, I'm just one person. What can I really do? Or there's so much fuckery going on in the world right now. Like, is my work even really important? Can I really make a difference? And if you've been around here, you've heard me say a lot that I really believe we are in an all hands on deck time in humanity. We need the healers, the helpers, the artists, the creatives. We need us front and center doing our sacred work. We need the visionaries. We need the solar punks. We need the cyberpunks. We need the people who are looking forward and thinking about what could come next as the oppressive systems around us are having their extinction burst. What could come next? Not everyone has a vision for what could come next. Not everyone looks around at the problems in the world and says, this could be different. This could be better. That's what makes you a visionary. You have a vision for how things could be different and how things could be better. And you might take that for granted. You might think everyone has that, but not everyone has that. I've talked about this before in these readings. Like, I believe that there are those people who look around and go, that's just how it is. We can't help those people. There are people who look around and go, I know this could be different and could be better, but I don't know how. And then there are the people who look around and go, I know this could be better and this could be different, and I have ideas about how. If you are that, you're a visionary. You have a vision for an alternate future that's better for everyone. That means your work is vitally necessary right now. So if there's part of you that's like, yeah, but who am I? You're the motherfucker with the vision. That's who you are. I'm just one person, right? And we need every just one person with something to share and something to give and something to do to be doing their sacred work right now on the planet. This is the time. This is what you're needed for. This is why you're here. This is why you chose to incarnate into this timeline, into this body with these gifts, skills, and talents. This is what you're here for. So what's going on right now is you're on the verge of expansion, and some of the doubts that are popping up are, it's just too much. There's too much bad in the world. There's too much wrong. There's too much strife. There's not much that I can do. What can I do? I'm just one person. And also some struggles around, how do I say this? Like the day-to-day struggles of just getting by are kind of grinding you down and making you feel distracted about your sacred work, your soul calling, your big work. And you're like, I can't do that right now because I have to tend to all of these other more immediate day-to-day things. It is your job to literally defend to the end the worthwhile, to protect your sacred work, to protect the time, the effort, the energy, the enthusiasm, the passion that you have for your sacred work. Also to defend the innocence in your heart right? A lot of this reading is going to talk about innocence and love and being supported and connected. And when I say innocence, I mean the part of us that really believes that one person can change things. The part of us that really believes deep down that we want to help and that we can help, that there is good that can be done, and that what is yours to do is yours to do, what's mine to do is mine to do, right? Where it's not your individual job to fix everything. So let's clear that up right now. But it is your job to do what's yours to do. And your task right now to defend that from yourself, from your own cynicism, from your own disenfranchisement, from your own thoughts of like, but I'm just one person. What can I do? How can I really make a difference? We have to shut that down and step into, I'm just one person and I'm so excited to get to do what's mine to do, to help in my one small way, right? Focus locally. Don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed by trying to fix every problem everywhere. Focus instead on what is mine to do. What small thing can I do for the people closest to me right now? What's the small thing that I can do for my current audience, my current clients, my current email list, my current following on social media? What's the one thing I can do just for my family, just in my household? What is mine to do? And letting that be not just enough, but be sacred. So, current situation. You are on the verge of a level up and your current self-doubt talk is, but I'm just one person. How can I really do this? How can I really make a difference? How can I really fix anything? There's too much. It's too hard. I'm up against too much. Swimming upstream is too difficult. The current is too fast. I can't do it, right? So our block, free from judgment, free to love. This card is about the universal mother and the act of mothering. And the idea of love, not just interpersonal love, but like the big capital A agape love for humanity that you really have if you are this person, this sacred warrior who's here, who wants to fix things, who wants to change things, who wants to help. That comes from love. That comes from having deep, abiding love for humanity, for people, for like if you want things to be better for people and you want the world to be more just and more fair and more beautiful, that's love in a really big, meaningful way. And this level up of yours is about you stepping into mothering. This is a gender non-specific. And when I say mothering, I don't mean human children. I mean a movement. I mean a community. I mean your business, your art, your work. You are the parent of the thing that you're here to create. And being that simultaneous, like fierce protector of the thing that you're here to create and the thing that's willing to put your own needs, fears, insecurities aside in order to nurture the thing that you're here to create. Our creations did not ask to be born. Our sacred mission, like, did not ask to be born. We brought it here. We said, I'm going to start this business. I'm going to lead this community. I'm going to help these people in this way. I'm going to do this thing. We started this. And now it's on us to give it what it needs in order to thrive. And in the same way that we would hope if someone is parenting human children, that they can recognize, oh, like my triggers, my dysregulation, my selfishness, my insecurities, my laziness, my whatever negative qualities have the potential to negatively impact my child who did not ask to be brought here. And therefore, it is my job to go do whatever I need to do to heal myself and take care of myself and grow myself so that I can show up and give the nurturing that this thing requires in order to thrive. That is my job. That is what I've signed up for. The other thing about this card being in the block, and this is going to come up across this reading, is, and this has come up for us before, you're a hyper independent person who doesn't like to let people help you. A lot of my clients, these healers and helpers, we always have it for everybody else. We will help everyone, anyone with anything. But when people are like, hey, can I help you? We're like, no, I'm good. I don't need anything. I've got it. I don't need help. I don't. And we also will tell ourselves the story that people don't show up for us, that people don't help us, that no one shows up for us as much as we show up for other people, that no one gives as much as we give, that no one is there for us the way that we're there for others, right? All of these stories we have about isolation and not being able to expect care. This is the block to your level up. It's the block to your growth. Because in order for us to grow the way that we want to grow, if this is a business thing for you, you already know if I'm talking to you, if this is about like, I want to make 7 figures in my business, where does that come from? It comes through people. The money doesn't just appear in your account. It comes through people buying from you. And if people are buying from you, that means they're showing up. They're listening. They're trusting you. They're liking you. They're believing what you're telling them you have for them. They're taking you up on your offers. They're showing up for you. They're becoming part of your community. And if your belief about yourself is no one ever shows up for me, people don't understand me, people don't help me, people don't want to pay me, no matter how hard I work, I never get anywhere, right? Like that belief is a block to your expansion. In order to receive on the level you want to receive, you have to actually be open to receiving that much. That is in direct opposition to a story that says, nobody ever shows up for me the way I show up for other people. We can't hold those two competing beliefs, right? It's like having a train with a locomotion, right? The engine on one on each end, trying to go 2 different directions at the same time. We want one train going over here towards 7-figure business and like wild success and huge following. And then we have this other train going over in the direction of no one shows up for me. I'm all alone. I'm isolated. Nobody like gives to me the way that I give to other people. You can't do that. We have to get everything headed in the same direction. And so this block around receiving, around allowing yourself to be nurtured, to be loved, to be cared for, around allowing people to show up for you the same way that you show up for others, that has to be cleared right now. You have to just say, okay, I'm open. I'm open to being loved. I'm open to being seen. I'm open to being chosen. I'm open to people buying from me. I'm open to people putting me on a pedestal. I'm open to people projecting onto me, because all of that comes with being more visible, right? We can't control what people do with that. So we have to be open to all of it. But the biggest thing we really have to be open to is I can be loved, supported, have people show up for me. I have to believe that that is a thing that I can have. I have to expect that that is a thing that I can have. In order for me to give the way I want to give, I have to be willing to receive on a much broader scale. And a lot of us are really trying to give a lot, but we're not clocking that the reason our business isn't growing is that we're actually not open to receiving on a larger level. And so we have to clear that up. The other thing about love here, right? And this came up in the first card, the sincerity, right? We're in a time where it's very normal and like cool to be jaded and to be disenfranchised and to be disillusioned and to say like, oh, like it's just fucked. People are fucked. People are disconnected. No one's paying attention. People aren't smart. People aren't trying, right? And holding that belief while at the same time having a heart for service and wanting to help the world also is contradictory. And so just allowing yourself to step into that, again, that innocence, that purity, that sincerity of like, no, I do love this planet. I do love humanity. I do love people. I do think that there are a lot of people who are inherently good. I do think that there are a lot of people who are worthy of help, who are worthy of change, who are worthy of growth. And I want to be part of helping that, right? Like walking around with these conflicting identities of, I am building a business all about healing and helping people grow and creating beauty while also being like kind of misanthropic and being like, I hate everybody. It's an incongruity, an incongruence in yourself that is sending out 2 different signals at the same time. It is like, come here, get away from me. Come here, get away from me. Come here, get away from me. It is a muddied signal that you're broadcasting. Think about how much more clear that signal would be if you allowed yourself to just step into the chuggy, embarrassing sincerity of it all and just be like, yeah, I do love this planet. I do love humanity. I do love people. I do want to help. I do want to give. And I am so grateful, excited, and happy to receive in balance with my giving. And I expect to be richly rewarded and compensated for my giving. Right? This is the block right now that must be cleared. You have to be open to showing up on this bigger level. And the current situation, the story of I'm just one person, what can I do, is actually just the current manifestation of the protective mechanism that is allowing you to stay stuck in the like, I can't really reach my goals, right? What's really scary is I could be seen and loved and make a huge impact. That's really scary. And we're going to get into why, right? There's like an undercurrent of shadow in all of this, like the thing that we're really afraid of. What is that quote, right? We're really afraid that we're like powerful beyond measure. That's the thing we're really afraid of. What if I could really be loved? What if I could really be seen? What if I could really make that much of an impact? That's a lot scarier than staying in the belief that I'm just one person and there's nothing I can do. That feels comfortable and safe. And so that's the thought that's showing up. But the real block that thought is protecting us from is allowing ourselves to really be loved and supported and seen and to share our love and to share our desire for things to be different in the world, because that feels really vulnerable. And what happens when we clear this block? What happens when we just accept, like, yeah, I'm actually like in my lover girl sales era. I am here to share my light with people because I genuinely fucking want to help people. And I'm really excited about it. And I'm excited to receive help in return. I'm excited to build this huge community, this love army around what I'm doing. We step into what is already within you. And this card is about accepting that everything we need to be successful, we already have. And this came up in last month's reading as well. So Spirit is on our noggin because we're coming up with new ways to not believe that what we want is possible for us right now and that we don't need to go get another certification, go learn more stuff first, go get a job first, go get more training first, right? Whatever it is that we're telling ourselves, like, we're not ready yet. I need more training first. I need to make more money first. Then I'll be allowed to believe this about myself. I need to, whatever it is that we think is somewhere out there. And the other thing that this card talks about is that there's some grief in letting go of the idea that what we need is somewhere out there. Because as long as it's somewhere out there, we can stay in student mode and we can stay in searching mode and be like, oh, I have to go find it. It doesn't exist in me. I don't have to claim that the power is me, right? I can just be like, oh, it's somewhere out there and I get to keep pursuing it. That, for a lot of us, has been a comforting thought for most of our lives. And when we let go of that thought and we go, okay, it's over. There's no more out there. There's no more searching. There's no more outsourcing. There's no more looking for all of the things I need in order to succeed somewhere out there. It's all in me. I have it now. I'm ready now. I have everything I need to be successful right this second. I don't need to keep thinking that it's in a guru or a teacher or somebody else. It's in me. I'm ready right now. That is the gift that we step into when we fully step into, I'm ready to receive on a really big level. And I'm ready to step into love on a grand scale. I'm ready right now. Not in 6 months, not next year, not after I make $1 million, not after another certification. I'm ready right now. I'm ready to step into it now. And how do we deal with other people during this time? Faith in the process. Now, this is really interesting. Faith in the process. This card is about understanding that making the kind of impact you want to make literally cannot be done through human hands alone. It requires collaboration with something bigger than you. And again, on this thing of like, how does God speak to us? Through other people, through humans. The abundance that we're looking for, the connection that we're looking for, the collaborations that we're looking for, the community that we're looking for, the deliverance that we're looking for, the peace that we're looking for, the love that we're looking for. Everything that we are praying for is going to come to us. Our prayers will only ever always be answered through the hands of other motherfucking human beings. That's how it works. And so faith in the process showing up as how do we deal with other people right now. We trust that those other people are here for us. We trust that those other people want to help. They want to collaborate with us toward our ultimate vision. They want what we're selling. They want to be part of what we have to offer. They want to be part of our world. They want to contribute to our unfoldment. And rather than going into every single interaction with a guard up and a wall up that says, maybe these people won't like me. Maybe these people aren't going to buy. Maybe this isn't going to work. Maybe I should prepare myself again for failure because nobody ever shows up for me the way that I show up for other people. We go in surrendered with faith in the process. We go in through the perspective of, I trust you. I trust you to know if what I have for you is right for you. I trust that there are enough people out there for me. I trust that my right and ready people are going to find me. They're going to understand me. They're going to get my work. They're going to want to pay me. I trust that I'm going to meet the people who want to collaborate with me. I'm going to meet the people who want to open the doors to the next opportunities for me, that everything is working out in my favor now and now and now and now, that everyone I meet, everyone put in my path is divinely orchestrated to be there for the greater unfoldment of everyone's highest good, mine and theirs. That is how we deal with others right now. If you can just keep yourself in the pure person that you interact with is God talking to you. That every single person that you engage with is coming to you for your higher good. Imagining that every single person you interact with is God speaking to you. Imagining that every single person who you come across during this period is there for your highest good, is there for the unfoldment of the things that you're trying to grow into and the things that you're trying to call in. If we can believe that, if we can operate like that, I am so curious to see what could happen for you during this period of time, because I think it will be something really different. What is the message from your spirit guides for this season? It's come to life. What this card says is that you are your greatest artwork. You are your greatest creation. You are your greatest contribution to humanity. And this requires you to open yourself up. And what's really interesting about this card coming up in this placement with all of the other cards that we've gotten so far, this card is about opening yourself up to feeling more. And all of these defenses that you've had up around, I'm just one person, what can I really do? Nobody really shows up for me. I expect people to disappoint me. I'm not ready yet. I'm not good enough yet. All of these are protection mechanisms that we put in place to protect ourselves from being hurt. And then our spirit guides say, you've got to come to life. And come to life means you're going to have to feel more. If we want more joy, we have to be open to more pain. If we want more wealth, we have to be open to more financial loss. If we want more customers, we have to be open to greater responsibility. Like all of the things that we want more of come with a greater risk of downside. That's just how this game is played here on this plane. Everything has an equal and opposite. And we're trying to hold ourselves in this safe middle, this window of tolerance around what we're allowed to have and experience. And really what it's trying to protect us from is pain. That is our mind, body, nervous system trying to protect us from getting hurt, right? From being too vulnerable, from losing too much. And our spirit guides say we have to let that go now in order for us to expand the way we want to expand, to have the success we want to have, to reach the number of people that we want to reach, to have the impact that we want to have. We have to be open to more pain. We just have to. That's how this works. We have to be open to more challenges. We have to be open to more responsibility. We have to be open to more loss. That is the only way we can have more of the things that we want. And so by being afraid of negative outcomes, we're also being afraid of positive outcomes. If you don't let yourself experience nothing, then you don't let yourself experience nothing. It's time for that to end. And so what this card suggests is you need to give yourself a safe space to feel all your feelings. You need to give yourself a space that you can write and sing and dance and like whatever it is that you need to do to feel and process your emotions and allow yourself to really be present with them. You might need to just allow yourself to be like, I'm fucking terrified right now. That's okay. You're allowed to be terrified, but you need to make the space to let that be true, to feel that feeling. No feeling is permanent. It's not going to take you out. By trying to avoid it, you are also avoiding all of the positive outcomes that you're looking for. So it is time for you to let yourself be more vibrant, be more alive. The other thing this card talks about is to be more literally in the world. Talk to more people, sell more, share more, go to more networking events, talk to more people about what you're working on. Put yourself out there to be on podcasts, to talk on stages, open yourself up to being seen more, to sharing more of who you are with more people. Come to life. Be more out. This card talks about how you're literally like in the transition between one level of your life and success and the next, and you cannot go back now. You've already woken up to like, I'm meant for something so much bigger. I'm meant to have such a big impact. I'm meant to reach so many more people. You cannot go back to being small. So you're going to have to grieve that those small days are over and let yourself keep moving forward because that is the only way that you can go now. The final outcome here for bringing this all into form is follow your own rhythm. This to me ties back into the what is already within you card. And I feel like we got both of these last time too. I didn't re-listen to last month's reading, but I feel like we may have gotten both of these cards. What is with already within you? This idea that your success is not on the other side of something out there. It also talks about how you're not too late and you're not too early. Any stories that you're telling yourself about, oh, I could have been more successful if just in the past I had done XYZ, but now it's too late. Or the story you're telling yourself is, I could be more successful after I blah, 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 sometime later. Follow your own rhythm says you have to trust your own timing. You're not too late. You're not too early. You are exactly on time. A wizard is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to on your Gandalf shit. You're right on time. Your success is right on time. Your becoming is right on time. Your timeline is perfect. And I have this, I know some of my clients have this. For some of us who had the early part of our life, our childhood, our teenage years, our 20s, be really, really hard. And we feel like our starting line is farther back than other people's. Like, oh, where would I be if I had been born into a different family, if I had had more opportunities, if I had had more money, if I had gotten to go to certain kind of schools, if I had been given a certain kind of love and affection in childhood, if I hadn't gone through XYZ traumatic experience, would I be farther along, right? These alternate timeline questions that are ultimately kind of useless, but can put us into this story that we're behind our peers, quote unquote, that there's an expectation of where we should be in life right now, and we're not there on account of our obstacles. And it's not true. Your timeline is perfect. Your timeline is exactly what it was meant to be. You are right on time for your success. You cannot be late. You cannot be early. And by telling yourself that, you need to hurry, you have to rush, you're late, all you're giving yourself is anxiety. You're not helping anything. You're not getting there faster. You're just stressing yourself out. And so what is suggested by your spirit guides at this time is to trust that you're right on time. Again, that faith in the process, in the unfolding of everything. Everything is happening exactly the way that it's supposed to. I think a lot about like, if you rush to go catch the bus, all that's going to happen is you're going to get to the bus stop early and you just have to sit and wait. Like your life is unfolding in accordance with other people's timelines as well. So you being ready before your customers are ready doesn't really help anybody. Everyone needs to be ready at the same time. Trust your timeline. Trust your sense of things. The other thing about following your own rhythm is about your rhythms of work and rest. When is it time to push? When is it time to fall back? When is it time to receive? When is it time to give? When is it time for you to move forward? And when is it time for you to stay still? You need to trust in your own sense of timing around things as well. So if you're pushing really hard to try to make stuff happen in a certain way, on a certain cadence, and it's coming from a sense of being rushed and that you're behind, you are putting undue stress on yourself. Follow your own rhythm about how you want to work, around how you want to show up, around literally the hours you want to work in your business, the type of time you want to be able to put in, and the type of time you want to take off. Trust in your own sense of how to make this happen without pushing your body past what feels good and right and healthy for you. You know when it's time to move forward and when it's time to hold. You know when to hold them and when to fold them. All right. So what is the final bit of insight here? It's our shadow for the season, and the shadow is power. The shadow is power. We are all of this hedging, all of this, I'm just one person. What can I really do? All of this, I can't trust other people to show up for me. All of this, I need to learn more first. I'm not good enough first. I'm not ready. All of that is a shadow around power. I am afraid of how powerful I really am. I'm afraid of how successful I can really be. I'm afraid of how big of an impact I can really make. And for a lot of us, shadows around power are about past experiences where we've seen people wield power inappropriately. And we go, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to do it that way. I don't want to be extractive. I don't want to be exploitative. My only experience of power is power over and not power to and power with and power from. But we have all of these accesses to other types of power that are not only power over, that are not about domination. And so this shadow around your own power, around being seen as an authority, around being seen as someone who has a responsibility, around holding that responsibility, around holding wealth, around stewardship. It's a call to grow up, right? Virgo season, the virgin, the healer. It's a call to grow up, to step into maturity with your work, to step into maturity with your gifts, to step into maturity in your business, to step into maturity with your leadership. With great power comes great responsibility, and you are greatly powerful. And by trying to hide that or deny it, you're trying to avoid the responsibility of that power. But unfortunately, what ends up happening is that's where we make mistakes with our power. That's where we end up hurting either ourselves or others, because we're trying to reject what is already within us. You're a powerful person. You're meant to be a powerful person. You're going to only become more powerful as you become more impactful, as you grow a bigger following, as you gain more traction, as you make more money, as you start to step into the world in a bigger way. You're going to hold more and more power. Your unwillingness to step into the responsibility of that and to just own it and to sit with it and say, yes, this is true. This is a true thing about me. I'm very powerful. I'm a really powerful person. I make a big impact on the planet. I hold a lot of people's wellness outcomes, or a lot of people's desires, a lot of people, depending on the work you do, right? People's actual literal bodies sometimes in my hands. I have a tremendous amount of power, and I take that power seriously, and I'm humble about it, and I'm responsible with it and to it and for it and with it and through it. I'm not using it to hurt anyone. I'm not trying to use it to dominate anyone, but I do have it, and I owe it something, and I try to use it responsibly. There is a shadow coming up right now around your willingness to own how powerful you truly are and how powerful you truly want to be. And any embarrassment you have about that, or idea that it's somehow bad for you to want that, right? Who am I to want that? But you do. You do because you're meant to. You do because you were born to. Otherwise, you wouldn't have that on your path. It wouldn't be a calling on your life. So If you have it, you must be meant to have it, this desire to be more powerful, to be a powerful person in the world, to have, wield, and hold tremendous power. What happens when you allow yourself to just accept that that's true about you? What happens when you allow yourself to accept that it's what you're made for and it is your destiny, and to start showing up for it and to it like it's what you're made for and it is your destiny? This is what I place upon your altar. If all of this is exciting to you, I have a program coming up in September that I would really like to invite you to. It's called the 7-Figure CEO Experiment. And it is rooted in the idea that a lot of my clients are really great at manifestation. We understand the ask, believe, receive of it all. We know how to act as though the thing we want is already ours in every area of life except in business. And when it comes to business, we might want to make 7 figures, but we tell ourselves, I can't start leading like a 7-figure CEO until I sell $1 million. And that's never going to work. And so the purpose of this experiment is to find out what happens if you lead your business like you are already a 7-figure CEO now for 6 solid weeks. And if you're like, I don't even know what that would look like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to guide you through exactly what it looks like to think, lead, and decide like you are already a 7-figure CEO. 7-figure decisions, 7-figure results. 6-figure decisions, 6-figure results. 5-figure decisions, 5-figure results. See how this works? So for 6 weeks, we're going to be thinking, deciding, leading like you're already the CEO of a 7+ figure business. And you're going to see what changes in your business as a result of leading in that way. It is 6 weeks, 4 weeks of live teaching calls and 2 hot seat coaching calls for $66. I could easily add another 6 on that or 2 for the value of this program. But I would rather have 100 people join than have a handful of people think about it. And so I really want you to get yourself in this room. The doors are not open yet, but if you would like to be part of it, you can make sure that you are on my email list. If you're listening to this on the podcast, go to intuitiveedgecoaching.com/pod sign up and get yourself on the email list. All of the details are going out to my email list. If you are watching this on Instagram, you can just DM me CEO and I will make sure that you get the information. If you are watching this on YouTube, email list, intuitiveedgecoaching.com/YouTube sign up and get yourself signed up there. Thank you so much. I hope that this reading was valuable for you. I would love to hear your thoughts, your feelings, your opinions. Please leave a comment. If you're listening on the podcast, please rate the show, subscribe to the show, share the show with your friends. It really, really helps me grow this podcast for you to do so. That's all I have for you today. Kay, love you. Bye.
That's our episode for today. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this. I know there are so many things that you could be doing with your day, so many things you could be listening to, and it means so much that you are here in this community. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a moment, share it on social media, and tag me at Intuitive Edge Coaching. Share it with a biz bestie who you think needs to hear it and will appreciate it. And take a moment to to subscribe, and to leave a 5-star review wherever you are listening. It helps me grow this show, and it helps us grow and sustain this brilliant community of entrepreneurs dedicated to doing the inner work. Thank you so much for being here. Kay, love you, bye.